Next, we're going to look at training tools. We're going to look at systemizing the induction process, tailoring training plans and training guides. Because here's how it works. If we induct someone the right way and give them the correct vision, mission, values of the business, then give them a tailored training plan that sets out in place everything they need to learn, and then give them the right training tools along the way, they're going to develop into an employee that's a star employee that creates raving fans as customers. So systemize inductions.
Feeling really great about what you're doing at Cheeky. That means for our customers and the other chefs and office staff, and we want to make you feel part of the Cheeky family as soon as we can. So get ready for a bit of a cheeky ride, and I'll see you again soon.
Welcome to a Cheeky Food Group event. Today, you'll be doing more than just cooking. You'll be taking on new roles to create your very own restaurant. So if you work together as a team, you'll be rewarded with a really glamorous meal. Now there's an incentive.
Now that was an example of a systemized induction. Now I only gave you just a 1 minute and 9 second example of that. That actual induction goes for 49 minutes. So you had a small percentile of the entirety of that induction. Now the purpose of doing that is to make sure that you give every new employee the full amount of information and the right amount of information, and it's all standard. No matter the employee, no matter how busy you are. If you're a business that needs to employ employees regularly, then you want to make sure the process is smooth and efficient. Next, we're going to look at tailored training plans. Now, once the employee has been inducted, how do we give them a tailored training plan that makes sure they get all the information they need to get? Within my system, this is what we look at. Training guides. The other area we need to look at once they've been inducted, once they've been given a plan, because when someone's given a plan, and I generally say it's a minimum of a 2-week plan, at least they know what's coming up. So if they don't have all the information, they're not going to stress out. After that, we need to look at tailored training guides. So how do we train them specific to their role? And what documents, videos do we need to train those people? Alright, let's shift gears and move into online tools. Let's look at social networking tools. What are the top 4 social networking tools? These may seem obvious to you, these may not. They are Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. Here are the URLs right there. Facebook, I mean, if you don't know it, you wouldn't be on this call. Twitter, you may not know how to use it right, but if you didn't know it, you wouldn't be on in this call. And the same for YouTube, the same for LinkedIn. I look at Facebook as a way for me to check in regularly with the people that follow me. Twitter, in an abbreviated way to check in with the people that follow me regularly. YouTube, a way for me to post up videos that relate to how-tos, promoting my business, and even just fun videos that I like to look at. LinkedIn, I use more from a corporate business perspective. So it could be positioning yourself as an expert in a certain field. There is a very good person that'll give you a tip that you need to write this down. I'm not going to tell it to you because I want you to be paying attention to this video to get this tip. Lewis Howes, who's an ex-football player, Lewis Howels. Google search him, sign up to his videos. He sends out some free videos on how to position yourself at #1 on LinkedIn. Massive free tool that I'm giving to all the listeners here of Ruth's Call. Some more online tools we're going to look at are some video submission tools. So when you create videos, which is going to be one of the bonuses that you get for signing up for this subscription, which is how did I create some killer bonuses that generated money for multi-million-dollar businesses, and it was using video submission tools. So I've listed 2 here. The first one, Tube Mogul, is free, absolutely free. Sign up to it, create any video, and you need to create a video. You need to have a video created or have a video in your possession that you have legally have the right to submit. If you do this, it will submit it to multiple video viewing sites for you. Same thing for Traffic Geyser, only this is paid. So therefore, within that, inherent in that, is that you get promoted to more sites. Some online Twitter tools. Okay, let's look at my favorite Twitter tools. We've got TweetDeck, Hootsuite, and SocialOnf. These tools are all great for pre-planning, pre-submitting, finding out trends, tweeting on those trends. Really, you just need to have a look at these tools and you'll see their capabilities. Computer programs. This is a big list. Now, whether you have a PC or a Mac, I'm not going to delineate in here. You need to do some research for yourself based on these and figure out, does it apply to me if I have a PC or a Mac? I have a Mac. I love Macs. I've also had PCs in the past. So Market Samurai. Market Samurai is a market research tool. It looks at keyword research. It looks at what are people searching for on the internet. For those people that are in the initiating or the beginning stage of setting up an online business, a great tool. Odesk. Now, Odesk is an outsourcing resource, outsourcing website. If you've heard of Elance, very similar. If you've heard of 99 Designs, very similar. Now, I've used 99 Designs, I've used Elance, I've used Odesk, and I'm listing Odesk here because I prefer it most. Just because for 99 Designs I find the price a little expensive. For Elance, I find the number of people on there or the quality of people applying for jobs not as good as what I do on Odesk. TechSmith Jing. Now for Odesk, I do a lot of video editing. I do a lot of website design creation. I do a lot of logo creation, a lot of animated video creation. And when I post a job on Odesk and have someone apply for it, and I give feedback based on their submission for that job, it's much easier to record my screen and take a screen recording than it is to type up an email. And this is where Jing and Jing comes into place. For me, Jing is a tool that has saved me countless hours. And there's 2 versions of Jing. There's a free version and a paid version. The free version, you can record up to 5 minutes. It does put a water wash over your recording, so it will put the Jing logo over there in a water wash color. But it enables you to take a recording of your feedback or your training, for example. I've recorded countless training recordings just like this one on a program similar to Jing. Now I use a Mac, so I use another program not on Mac. That brings us to the next one, Telescreen.net, and let's look at ScreenFlow. So ScreenFlow is specifically for Mac. That looks at recording exactly everything that's going on in your screen, and this is how you're viewing this recording. Next one, TechSmith.com Camtasia. So just as I mentioned above, and you can see 2 URLs above with the TechSmith Jing, Camtasia is another version of the software that TechSmith created. Jing is the free version, Camtasia is the paid version. It's very similar to ScreenFlow for Mac. Dropbox. If you've ever had to send a file in an email, it's been too big and you've been frustrated, Dropbox is your answer. Dropbox enables you to set up a program on your computer, set up a folder, put boxes in there, invite people to see it, just like Google Docs, exactly like Google Docs, actually. So you can put a program in there, put a file in there, put something in there that's bigger than 10 megabytes, which is the maximum file size allowed to be emailed, and have people access that, download it, and do what you need them to do with it. Next, Animoto. I just threw this in here as a bonus. Animoto is an interesting program if you're into doing presentations that are video based or creating video slideshows with photos or videos. Animoto is for you. It's lots of fun. It's just a fun tool. I've just put that in there as a bonus for you guys. Have a look at it if you like it. Hopefully you do. Next, I want to show you some iPhone apps. iTalk. iTalk is a app that you can get on your iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, I apologize. iTalk, I'm going to be really brief, so just hang on the call if you are. If you don't have an iPhone. iTalk is an app where you can record what you're saying. You can save that file. If you pay for the paid version, it's $2.49. You can actually put that recording, if it's over 10 megabytes, which is over the maximum emailable size, put it into Dropbox and it sits in there. Now, I've worked with business owners and CEOs that are time poor, that have PAs and get emails on their iPhone, and given them a strategy where they get on their iPhone, they open up the app iTalk, they start opening emails verbally, so they talk about the email that's being opened, they dictate the response, they dictate in the morning, they get on the phone, which is something that used to take them all day and be a stress for all day, which is their emails constantly coming in, but they get on in the morning and in the afternoon, dictate half an hour on the phone, drop that file in Dropbox, send it to their PA. It's a full dictation of all the responses they want to give. Their PA creates the responses, sends them on. Totally time saver. Next is Hootsuite. Hootsuite is as I mentioned earlier, for Twitter and Facebook. It's a automatic submission site for Twitter and Facebook. Twitter, a great app to have on your iPhone because you can post from your iPhone. Dragon. Now, one of my business partners has begged me not to give you this, but I'm giving it to you anyway. Dragon, naturally speaking, is a dictation tool on your iPhone that you can get that is fairly accurate. You just need to be able to pronounce very well. So you can dictate into your phone, it types the text up in your phone, you can email it, SMS it, post it on Facebook, many things. Dragon, naturally speaking, great tool. Viber. Viber is a tool that it pretty much mimics your phone capabilities, but you can call someone overseas, and if you're like me and you have outsourcers and business partners that work overseas, it allows you to call people overseas at a limited to no rate. Mobile RSS. If you don't know what an RSS feed is, you should investigate it. Mobile RSS, I use that often on my phone. I'll be posting on my Facebook, on my blog. I'll be looking at my mobile RSS feeds. I'll find something that's pertinent to my audience. I'll repost it on Hootsuite or Twitter or on my Facebook. Evernote. Evernote is a great app. The icon for it is cool. It's an elephant. Hence, an elephant never forgets. Evernote is an app where you can take notes and it just keeps it in the cloud. So for me, for years, I always wanted to keep notes, but it just got too congested, too claggy, how do I do it right? Evernote, a great tool, investigate it, love it. I just want to finish up this presentation of my favorite business tools with just letting you know one thing. Systems-focused businesses are more efficient, they're more relationship-focused, they're thought leaders, and they're prepared for change and expansion. I hope that you really have got some good content from this call, and look out for the next calls coming soon.